Yo, what up, though? It's your man DJ Caveman. We back again, another episode of DJ Caveman and I Am Monkey talking that shit. We got.
Oh wait, hold on.
Hold on. Let me get there. What the fuck? You got a blunt on a skewer?
We'll get to that part.
What is happening? I missed that part when I was having my technical difficulties, man. We got DJ Iron Monkey in the building as always, and then the third box. You know what I mean? We got a program change in the third box. You know who it is in the middle there. That's the main man, Mr. Cornbread in the microwave himself. You know what I mean? Upper P, clandestine P, Secret Service P. You know what I mean? Cobra Commander P.
Commander P, yes.
He probably smashing your girl P.
Oh,
you know what I mean? On the Lilo and Stitch. You know, watch out, ladies. You know what I mean? We don't watch out, shit. Call him, shit. Pete's out here. He's out here he's out here slanging it like Mr. Lemon in the summer. If you know, you know.
Mr. Lemon. Gee,
you know, the line is hella long outside Pete's door. Of the ladies
probably
down.
Probably touching my house over here.
You know what I mean? I can't wait. When I'm gonna be in the area in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna make sure I stop at Mr. Lemon because you know what I mean.
I think he's going out of business pretty soon. I think he's retiring.
Yeah, they're both like him and his wife are both like real. They're not. They're
I think she passed away.
Oh man, really?
I think she passed away. So yeah,
awesome, man. Shout out to Mr. Lemon, yo. Like some of the best frozen lemonade. If you're not in an area where you get frozen lemonade, like we got Dell's and then we got Mr. Lemon and then we got Pelagi's. You know,
good, yeah.
If you've never experienced, it's different than frozen Coke. Like out here, they got frozen Coke and frozen Fanta and shit like that. It's just basically frozen soda, but
slushy.
But like, if you remember the old slushy shits with the dog on them and shit, where you had it with the pump machine.
Yes.
2 blueberry pumps, 2 strawberry pumps, 3 grape pumps. You making a whole fruit punch slushy over there, and the dude's always yelling like, "Yo, you can't have all those pumps." And you're like, "I'll take all the pumps I want, bitch." But
pumps in the bump.
Anyway, back to the center square. Pete, you in the center square today, bro?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's up, people? How y'all
Shadow
doing?
Pete. Yeah, I mean, we were talking during the week, and then we talked with Pete, and we bringing Pete on as an official co-host, so Pete will be here with us every single week. You know what I mean? The people have spoken, and they were like, "Yo, we need more Pete on the show," and I was like, "Really? Man, fuck that dude." He just comes on, and they were like, "Nah, Pete on the show, man," and I was like, "I don't know. I have to see what Pete wants to do." And I was like, "Pete, you want to be on the show?" And he was like, "Me? A whole me? On the show?" And he was like, "Yeah, Pete, come on the show." And he was like, "Man, what'd you say? I'm flabbergasted, guys."
Yeah.
His guests were flabbered.
Yes.
But here he is on the show, Pete, man. Welcome as the official third host of DJ Caveman and Iron Monkey talking shit with Pete. It's a working title.
Yeah, we're working it out.
It's a working title. We're gonna work it out. We're gonna get a new name. So if anybody got a new name for the show that want to submit that shit, you know what I mean, let us know how we can incorporate.
And you know what? The winner of the name of the show, I actually have a new product that I was showing Pete earlier. We was having a conversation about barbers with their weed hands, and y'all was looking at me funny. When I'm like, now when they're like trimming up your beard and everything, and you can smell weed on their fingers. Yeah. I was like, yo, how come people don't like use roach clips anymore? And then, ta-da, end up making my own little roach clip with the branded beads, a little feather. And then, this is my favorite part, the little holder part. Where you hold it.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The only thing, like, I'm still workshopping some little bits and pieces, like how many beads am I going to use? What kind of beads am I going to use? Am I going to glue it like how I glued this one? Or am I going to solder it? Use this little soldering iron I got the other day.
Okay.
So, yeah, So anybody that comes up with a name for the show, you'll get yourself a free roach clip.
Nice.
Courtesy of Daddy Darius Designs.
Dope.
So
You don't have to burn those fingers and then cut hair and
mm,
get your fingers smelling like weed and shit.
yeah, whatever you do, like you don't have like the weed smell
If,
or the residue on your hands, especially when you're pinching at the for the roach. You don't got to do that no more.
if my barber hand don't smell like weed, I don't think he's taking enough time on my head because high barbers be spending they get meticulous with the lineup and shit.
Like, yo, dude, you've been in that same spot for like 5 minutes, man. My shit's about to turn red. You're getting down to the bone now.
Especially if they
You know,
got the
so.
sharp ass motherfucking sharp
Oh,
ass
Clippers.
edges, boy.
Mm.
So would you say that this is like the Dao version of the old 1800s cigarette holder, that long, back in the day, and they would hold.
Well, well, roach clips been around forever. It's just
Yeah.
weird that people don't really use them no more,
Yeah,
especially now that weed is legal.
my dad used to have the ones like he would just use electric clips, like the electrical clips.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
And he just put some feathers on them, and he
yep.
just
A little
it ain't,
flip.
it ain't a roach clip if it don't have feathers on it. Is all I'm saying.
And
So
that's what I was saying too. But I have to workshop the feather to keep it on. I'll probably glue it, make life simple for me. But
Nice.
I got a whole pack of different kind of bird feathers. Where are they? I'm not gonna look for them. Oh,
that's
they're
how
over
you
there.
sticking birds.
Just for birds. Yo, I've learned that there's different in the feather game. There's different feathers for
Yeah.
birds, and different ones have different texture, and they're used for different things. Like there's duck feathers, there's quail feathers,
Mhm.
um, so robin feathers. It's a whole industry within itself.
Well,
So,
I need my roach clip to have blue jays feathers on it.
mm,
Why Blue
and
Jays?
you
Because I just want blue feathers.
Oh, okay. All right.
and you see, I can match the beads with the feathers. So I'm gonna make it. I have 9 here, but I'm gonna put 8 because that's my number one. But then number 2, it forms as like a little fidget spinner. Even when you're not smoking, you can just have it in your pocket. You can rub the beads, or you can just spin them. So it's kind of therapeutic, Even when you're not smoking, you can just do this. Just rub the beads for good luck. So
That's what
This
she
is
said.
good.
She said, "Rub the
yeah,
beads for good luck."
you know. Let's go next.
Let's go Knicks.
Oh yeah.
The Knicks is out there playing, but I mean, James Harden is finally disappearing in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? We look forward to that. I wish we would have done that shit against the Pistons, but unfortunately, flop master. He's not even the flop master no more. SGA is the flop
No.
master, but
Oh my god.
Ooh, yes. I've been seeing that debate online.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
as a Knicks fan, Daoud, how you feeling right now about your squad, man?
Feeling decent. Um. Yeah. We're winning our games that we're supposed to win. We snatched their soul game one. That game one was their best chance. I feel like they lost the whole series on game one. Like, after coming out of 2 to 7 game series, you're tired. You're up by 22 with like 7 minutes left, and then you lose in overtime. Like, that's demoralizing. But for
Yeah.
me, it's like the mission's not done. We're 5 games away.
Mhm.
Like nothing is accomplished yet. Yeah, we're winning games. It's nice, but it's not the main goal. So
Where's
staying humble. I'm not gonna say sweep. I'm gonna still show them a little bit of respect. Even though like I don't even make fun of the 76ers. They are who they are, and it was what it was. But we just got to win our games and be respectful to the mission, and less disrespectful to the opponent. Like be respectful to the journey. Even though there's been many of years where people like clowning me, like how the Knicks suck, but hurt people, and I'm healed. So I'm not out here trying to throw shit in other people's face. Oh, where the fuck is your Celtics? Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So, but yeah, nah, I feel good.
Hey,
Feel
he's just saying that shit because he's on camera right now, y'all. Because when we hang up, he be like,
nah,
"Yeah, motherfucking
Yeah.
Knicks, fuck everybody, you know what I mean?
nah,
Fuck your
Dr.
team."
Jekyll? It's the hide.
You know,
nah. I only spit that venom once people see like they start to disrespect my respect. I'm like, no, I'm giving you respect, even though I'm in the high position here, and I could easily disrespect y'all team, but we haven't won anything. So I'm a until we win something, then it's like, all right, cool, we won, it's great. let's work on the next one. So it's a tireless game, but yeah,
Yeah, I just want to see the Spurs. I
one
just
thing
want to
at a
see the
time.
Spurs make it. I like to see a Spurs Knicks final. Uh,
Mm,
anything that stops the OKC floppers from getting into the whole team is
Yes.
flopping at this
Yeah.
point.
But it's the refs though. It's like
Yeah,
you got to put the onus on the refs because the refs have to see it. Because they a couple of years ago they had the anti-flopping where they're gonna call fouls on the flopper. Like, come on now, nope, you're flopping, you got to foul. I think they had like a special, call it a technical or some shit like that. It was weird, but look, I think they abandoned it when some shit happened. It was a bunch of bad calls.
SGA
They were
happened,
like,
and they were like, "Yeah, we gotta let this dude flop." He's like flopping in slow motion now. And then I sent
yeah,
y'all the stat where he falls down like on like 17% of his shots. He just falls down.
mm,
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like my
yeah,
body would hurt if I fell down that much in a basketball game, dog. Like,
yeah. But you know what? It's gamesmanship too. You know, it's part of the game. Like I say it's also on the referees because you're gonna keep doing it if the refs keep calling it. So it's like, I fuck it,
it's
whatever.
just bad. It's just
Yeah,
bad to watch. I don't like watching
it
that
is.
shit.
It is bad to watch. It's
Every fucking
horrible.
time they take a shot, they just fall into the ground, like trying to get the foul. Like, how about
You
you just
shoot
make?
it and then you flip
Yeah.
How about you just make the shot?
Yes. Like that. Yeah. I think
or
I,
or take
sorry,
the shot and follow through and try to get the rebound.
Yeah. Like, I don't think they should call any fouls on anybody that jumps forward, or if you give me on a head fake and then you jump into me, those are not fouls. You know what I mean? Because
The thing,
especially if as a defender I go straight up and you jump into me, that shouldn't be a
mm,
foul. They should only call
yeah,
fouls if you drive into the basket, personally.
Mhm.
But you know what I mean? If you slap the
yeah,
shit out of a motherfucker while he's driving to the basket, then that's a foul. But like if I go straight up as a defender and you
mm,
jump into me as a shooter, how is that a foul on me?
yeah,
I
yeah.
wonder
Nah, see, the thing I don't like is the push off because you see
a lot of
blatantly, especially SGA. SGA pushes his arm, and they said, well, if you extend your arm, then it's a foul. He extends his arm basically all the time, or he'll use his elbow and then exaggerate without extending. So I hate that call. I hate that play where as a defender you're defending and then they're pushing you off. It's like, yeah, what the fuck? And then you're getting called for the foul as a defender. I don't like that. So, but yeah, it is what it is. You just gotta play your game. You know.
What was you gonna say?
no. I mean, the game from what I saw with SGA. I was just gonna say like I would rather um see the players in general kind of do what Mike and Kobe used to do, where you're going to the basket, you're either gonna get to the foul line, or you're gonna get the and one. And I just feel like SGA just he wants the he wants the free basket, and isn't doing like kind of like that work, that contact and stuff. And so that's just me. I mean, I that's part of the reason why I haven't been in it so much. But when I was reading about him being the two-time MVP, I think, and them going to potentially going to the championship, I started to like do a little more research, and I'm just like, guys, stop the flops. Come on, like really, just get to the basket, try to make the shot, just try to make the shot, make it look believable. And to Daul's point, yes, the refs, the onus is on them. They've got to draw the line, and they've got to be watchful and all on the same page. And at some point, you got to draw that line and say, okay, you know what? Let's cut this out. Like you're not playing the game. You're doing something.
Yeah. You know what though? But usually this time of year, the basketball season's over, and I might be like watching a bunch of like clips of buddy buddy basketball. So some of the clips that I like to send to you guys, that buddy buddy basketball, the overseas shit. But I'm glad that I can actually watch American basketball. At this time of year, and it'd be meaningful games where I'm cheering for my team.
Right.
But sometimes that buddy buddy basketball is a nice change of pace because they don't call fouls.
But yeah,
like it's optional.
I'm gonna help y'all win some money right now too, because last year during the WNBA season, there was a group of dudes that was putting money on. They was putting big money on Angel Reese missing her first shot of every game.
Yeah.
And I feel like they won like 90% of those bets. And right now they're 4 for 4 on Angel Reese missing her first shot of the WNBA games. And I might have to start putting some money on that shit because she is fucking doo-doo, son. Like she didn't get any better at all. Like she's like she either needs to lean into the Dennis Rodman of it all and just grab rebounds and kick that shit out.
Yes.
Or she really needs to work on her layup packages. Trash, dog. Like how you miss all, like only make one shot and you take almost all your shots from the paint. And then when you are shooting outside the paint, that shit is like the slowest jump shot in history. You know what I mean? And I think that Angel Reese is talented. Like she wouldn't have got drafted if she wasn't talented. And she wouldn't have stayed on the team if she's not talented. So it's starting to look like Ben Simmons out this motherfucker, dog. Where like every summer you see Ben Simmons fucking putting in crazy work, dunking on motherfuckers and shit, looking like a fucking all NBA team. And then like he gets into the league and now his back is bad and his mental health is no good and he can't fucking make a basket to save his life. But all summer he's fucking cooking dudes. The Ben Simmons summertime mixtape workout is crazy. You know what I mean? Angel Reese, I seen a bunch of videos of Angel Reese like about I'm in the lab working with all kinds of motherfuckers and making all her layups with nobody guarding her. And now she got somebody guarding her and she can't fucking make a layup underneath the basket. Asia Wilson tossed her shit into the stands the other day. Like,
well,
I mean, it is Asia Wilson, but like she was talking wild shit too before the game. Like, I'm just as good as Asia.
No, she didn't.
No, you're not.
She did
at all. Yeah, she's delusional about her shit. It's like she really thinks she's on a level of like Paige and even AZ is out here fucking finally starting to cook. And wait too.
But I've said from Jump Street, I was like, look, she's like the Dennis Rodman, and people just didn't want to see it like that. You know, I'm like, no. Just focus on rebounding and defense and be great at that.
Because she's a really good defender. Like I gotta give her a credit where she's a great defender and she's a good rebounder. Like just lean into that shit, man. Like let that shit go.
People took it on as, you know, talking about her looks and everything. I'm like, no, man, fuck that. I'm talking about the game.
I mean, she like kind of like sloth, but
all that aside. But you know, it's kind of like Scottie Pippen. Like nobody want to be Scottie Pippen because they think, "Oh, the fuck you say? I got to be the ugly dude on the team." No, talking about the game. Like your game has to be that way. You know, everybody wants to be Jordan. Nobody wants to be Pippen, and that is what breaks up a lot of teams. Is because one guy is starting to shine, and then it's like, well, you know, I can't play with him because I'm a star too. Nah, fuck that. Work the shit out because even with Jaylen Brown, him and Tatum can play together. And the one thing that I've been hearing for the past week is about like how Brown was like, this was his favorite season. And people are like, why? You got bounced out of the first round. But the thing is there were any expectations on the Celtics really this year to win a championship or even go to the playoffs with Tatum being out. So he was able to play freely.
The Pistons and the Celtics are ahead of schedule. Because nobody had the Pistons even making it the playoffs really. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And they played well, and everybody wrote the Celtics off, and then Tatum came back early. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like everybody was like, it's gonna be the Knicks and the Cavs, like all season, and it turned out that way. But like these other teams they're all getting healthy right now, and if you know what I mean, I feel like the Pistons are like, you know, one maybe two guys away. You know, they got to take some of the pressure off Cade.
Kevin Durant is the move. Like he's a mercenary now. So
can we get Kevin Durant? Like just so I could maybe run into that motherfucker in the mall or some shit.
And real talk, like he's a mercenary now. Like you don't really put him with one team. Like he's just a guy that travels now.
Yo, I wouldn't even mind seeing them pick up like a Draymond, dog. Like they need, you know what I mean?
I said that a couple of years ago. When
from the area, or you know, Book has been floated out there, but I don't even think Book is eligible to change teams without a trade yeah. You know what I mean? But it's like, listen.
See, I said Draymond a couple of years ago because the simple fact is he's at the twilight of his career, so he's winding down. Then on top of it, Detroit was young at the time, so I'm like, look, he could bring that championship pedigree back home to Detroit, even though he's Michigan State. Bring it back to Detroit, bring it back to Michigan, and help out the younger guys and go out as like a player coach. Now he's way too old. It's like 3 years too late for that. He could still do it.
I still think he could be
But-
the Udonis Haslam of the Pistons, though. You know what I mean? Like, come in, be a locker room guy, be a little spark on defense and shit. You know
a
what I mean?
player coach.
But back to
Be
the
an extension of the coach.
back to the Angel Reese of it all. Like, and I use Draymond as an example. Like, Draymond was a scorer at Michigan State. Like, he was averaging like 15 and 10, 16 and 10. And you know what I mean? And he got to the league. He was like, yo, I'm on a team with these two shooters. And now, oh, damn, now KD's here. Like, I got to find my role. Patrick Beverly averaged like 20 points a game in college. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to find just your niche to fit in and get your minutes and like let them be quality.
Nah, the new joke with Draymond Green is this motherfucker really gonna go to the Hall of Fame for setting picks?
Didn't they put that Warriors team in for having like the best record ever or some shit?
Yeah, no, but him as an individual, is he a Hall of Famer for just setting picks? Because he had a solid career, but Hall of Fame career, I don't think so.
He doesn't have a Hall of Fame career, and if he gets in, then you got to put Robert Horry in.
That's true.
Nah.
Yeah.
Because
you got to put Robert Horry in, man. Like role players with mad rings, you got to put them in.
Because this is the thing. Because I've started to think about it, especially when you were talking about Harden. Harden is really at the cusp where, he's gonna make the Hall of Fame, right? He might not make the first vote or whatever, but he'll make the Hall of Fame. But then there's players like Anthony Davis. Is he a Hall of Famer? Kyrie Irving. Is he a Hall of Famer? So it's a lot of those people that now with their injuries is really taking them out of that range of Hall of Fame dudes. You know, like Harden, again, he might get on like the third vote. Just because.
They let T-Mac in. He had a bunch of injuries. The NBA Hall of Fame is not as strict to get in as a lot of the other Hall of Fames either, because they be letting some bums in the Hall of Fame in the NBA, dog. Like, but it's they well, I won't say bums. What I'll say is like they let more role players into the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean?
Ginobili earned it.
Ginobili earned it. I feel like Rodman earned it. You know what I mean? Like, but there are gonna be guys, Ben Wallace. You know what I mean? There are gonna be guys that get in that like. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you let Draymond's going to get in purely off the strength of being on those Warriors teams.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you let Draymond in, then you got to let Big Shot Bob in, dog. Like, he got like 7 rings.
Is Klay Thompson one, though?
Yeah.
Klay Thompson's a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like he's one of those tough.
He's the 1-2 punch. How you gonna put Steph in without him? I mean, you can, but
you can, but yeah.
Klay Thompson put up numbers in all those finals, man. Like it's not like he was like. You know what I mean, he was their second guy.
Thinking about it, Joe Dumars is in. So
yeah, Dumars is in. You know what I mean? Almost that whole Pistons team is in. Almost. You know what I mean?
Is Tayshaun Prince getting in?
No.
Rip getting it? I don't think so.
Rip might get in towards the end. I think Rip got a couple more years left because he was the floor general on those teams, man. Like
him or Chauncey.
They should both. I mean, Chauncey's probably not getting in now because he got all that legal shit.
Yeah. He got bad heat. He got bad heat on him.
I think Ben and Rashid are the only ones in from that team. So I mean, you gotta, that's a team that.
Yeah, but you see, like the fact that Joe Dumars is in, and Joe Dumars, he made a lot of things, all-star games, but I don't think he was ever like top 5. I have to go back. He was just a solid dude, but I don't think like he was ever considered top 5 player ever in his era.
No, but I mean, like there's a lot of guys like that are just solid point guards that are in. You know what I mean? Like fucking Mark Price.
Is he in as a point guard or as a 2 guard? Because it was Isaiah.
Isaiah was the point guard, but so even as a 2 guard, no.
Mm-hmm.
Like
where does Joe Dumars rank as a 2 guard? Like no.
But after he drafted Darko, I had to, but then also You know, so me and Joe Dumars got beef for drafting Darko Milicic over
The
fucking.
logic was there. The execution was horrible. The logic was there, though. The logic was there. I can see the logic was there. But it was just tough. It was just
I mean,
tough.
he redeemed himself by winning the title, but I mean, at first, like I was like, man, fire this motherfucker, dog.
Drug test.
Yeah, he need a drug test, man. But hey, we are outside the car already. Shout out to the chats.
Yes.
Some things change. The name might change, but the show is still the same.
Yes.
Wow.
We don't ever be. But hit the QR code. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Shout out to everybody in the chats. Somebody in the YouTube chat hates us because we didn't start talking to them right away. That's cool.
Wait, we didn't start talking to them right away?
Shout out to JoJo. And Michelle's in the chat. What up, Michelle? On the Facebook side of life.
Seeing that we're acknowledging the chat. So people in the chat, we got to come up with a brand new name for the show, seeing that we got Prime Minister Pete as our new co-host of the show. So we have to come up with something creative for the three of us. And I was saying that I would give, and it's kind of hard to see, especially with the white shirt on right now.
Hey,
but,
Joe's in the chat too. What up, Joe?
So I'm going to give a free roach clip. I have to come up with a better name for it too. You know, I'm workshop that. So if you can come up with a better name.
Terrible name.
Yeah, roach clip. I got to come up with a better name for it. You know,
you should give it an IKEA name, dog. Since you're an IKEA dude. How you say roach clip in Swedish?
I'll probably go with Swahili first before Swedish. But if you could come up with a better name for number one, our show with Pete as the new host on the show with us, and a new name for this, you will get a free one of these customized for yourself, where you get to pick the color of the beads, and I will get it out to you. So come up with a creative name, and then we'll pick amongst them, and then whoever we pick for the name of the show, you get a free one. And then if you come up with the name of this, you get a free one of these. So.
And your IKEA name for your roach clip would be Roach Klama.
Roach Klama.
Roach Klama?
Roach Klama. I just looked it up.
Okay. Yeah, it's not on brand for me, but and Daddy Dare's designs. We'll see. We'll workshop it.
That's a lie. I lied. It's called Mort Clip.
Mort Clip?
Mort Clip.
All right. See, that one is Mort Clip. Okay.
But then you gotta, when you send it out, you gotta send it out not put together. You just send all the components with no directions. And then let them
put the picture of the guy on it like this.
Or like
I can't for that shit, man. Anyway, Pete, man, how was your week, bro?
The week has been fantastic. Actually, no, I apologize. I say dandy. I like saying dandy because it's more me. It was dandy. Just got a lot of stuff a lot of work done around the house. Trying to get some stuff for school going, for the Brotherhood, as you know, Daryl, getting that going, and trying to move forward with reclaiming my creative side and such with what we're doing now and some of the music stuff. So it's been an enjoyable and dandy week. And just looking forward to hoping to add more to the show that you guys have. And I am excited about the challenge. And to everybody out there that, gave me kudos, whatever, I appreciate you. If you didn't give me kudos, I appreciate you. But ultimately, I appreciate you guys because this is some cool stuff. So even though I know we will be in this eternal, I mean, here and the hereafter, it's going to be jokes about the Cornbread and the Incredible Hulk, endless iterations, but
yes.
It is about the journey. And so, hey, we are here. So to sum it all up, it's been a good week, and so far so good. Let's get to it.
How was your week, D?
Maybe not as dandy as Pete's, but it was splendid either way.
There we go. Perfect. Dandy and splendid. There you go.
I figured I'd pivot off of that. But it was a real decent week. It's going to be a busy day today. I have a day party to work. So as soon as after this, I got to go to setting up the club for the day party. And it's weird because it's supposed to be a day party on the patio and shit, and it's raining outside. So we got to make a
Mm.
pivot. So they're probably going to have me setting up a whole different room for the overflow and all that kind of shit. So that's work within itself. But that's the life I chose. But I went to Mac's birthday party yesterday, 50th birthday party. Came across a couple of people that I haven't seen in a long time. Shout out to DJ Lady Ruckus. She was DJing the party. Um, had a couple of screwballs. That was my shit all night long. I probably had like 3 or 4 of them, and just sipping it, just
Balls.
ice. Yeah,
Yeah, what
that
kind of
the peanut butter.
1970s shit you got going on, bro?
No,
Screwballs?
nah, it's that peanut butter whiskey. Know what I mean?
Oh, I thought you was drinking.
Nah. It was the peanut butter whiskey.
I like that peanut butter
Uh,
whiskey. Shout out to Screwball. I got a bottle of it in my little cabinet.
Ooh, pure sugar, boy. Woof. The shit is sweet. And I was dancing a little bit. It was a nice little scene. But during the week, I was getting some of my pieces together. Some of my beads, some of my beadwork for Daddy Dare's designs. I also finished my musical mix, Kuji Penda, Self Love. Finished that Friday. Well, I released it Friday. So yeah, I kept myself busy this week,
So when you say
hanging out
self
with my.
love, does that mean we gotta have like some lotion with us when we listen to that shit? Or
No. It doesn't take that angle, but
nah,
I could. That's one thing that doing the research, I had to make sure it wasn't like a slang or used in a term. I had to kind of research it. It got to a level where I'm like, nah, I'm comfortable with this translation.
DJ Iron Monkey making the masturbatory mixes for the
If
ladies.
you um, you could do that to this mix, but it's very high tempo and high energy at some parts of the mix. So, oof, it's highly abusive.
Yo,
It's not that's not self love at that point. That's self sabotage or self something else.
fellas, don't wear out the shoulders.
Woo! Yeah, man, them Popeye forearms.
Oh,
Like, you don't need to be on that prison time. Nah. Even for the ladies, you don't have
Ladies,
to be like that.
don't hurt the wrists listening to the masturbatory mix called Self Love. I'm sorry. I'm
But
sorry. I couldn't help
nah,
myself.
nah, listen, that was one of the first things that me personally I had to think about as well. I'm like, you know what? Because when you say that, you have a general idea of what the mix is going to be. Like you said, it might be. I can't pronounce the word. That's your word, and I'll let you own it. Um, but it could also mean like like the Tibetan bowl or whale sounds, and it could mean something else. So my interpretation is just different, and I had to find an angle and how to weave it using music. Because some of the songs, people in the early, I'm like, yo, how do you feel about this song? If I said that it was going to be on a mix for self love, and they're like, why would you put this on? And when I gave them like a little idea, context to it, they were like, all right, I can see it. So there's a lot of I can see it, but it just flows as a mix. But you know,
Good. Go get it.
I, I,
So where can they get it, man? Where can they get the Self Love mix?
uh, if you go to podomatic.com/DJ Iron Monkey, all one word. So podomatic.com/DJ Iron Monkey. All of my mixes are there for free download, for a free off play. I believe it's on Spotify. I gotta double check on that. I believe it's on Apple Music. I have to do some RSS stuff so that way I could get it onto YouTube. So I got some background stuff to do with it. My whole thing was to just get it out there, release it, and just keep it on my Facebook and my Instagram page as a hub for my people. And then afterwards, I'll start to promote it and make sure that it's on those sites. You know,
Go
I'm
get
supposed
that
to do
shit.
that tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow before I go to work, I'm supposed to do that RSS feed and all that shit. There's actually some African sites too. Like the with Podomatic, it helps me put them naturally. I think it's on Deezer, iHeartRadio. Um, there's a couple other places. I got to double check, but I'm not as well versed in that as I should be because again, I got the beads. I got the podcast. I got my father. I multitask, so things move
You
in a
gotta,
different kind of pace. It's a steady pace, but it's not fast, 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 fast
yeah, you just gotta,
as
you gotta
as it
find
should
your
be.
balance, man. That's all. Just find your
That's
balance.
all it is, and
And,
that's where the beads and the business and hanging with y'all help out with that balance.
word.
So,
Hey, well, my week was astounding. Since we
yeah,
usually,
how was your week?
it was
Yes.
astounding.
Oh,
Astounding.
My
Okay.
week was
oh,
astounding. I had to think of a word real quick. You guys coming in with the,
ah,
you know, my dad's in town, man. So I've been hanging out with my pops and shit.
Yes.
shout out to
You know,
pops. Yeah.
it's always good to see my dad, but he always puts me to work somehow. We did fix my bathroom and shit, so now I know how to do drywall
Nice.
and
Nice.
like for real.
Yeah.
Not
No.
making fun. Like I
That's
know how
nice.
to do drywall now, and I thought my bathroom walls are white, but my bathroom ceiling is not white. But I assumed I was like, oh, white walls, white paint, and then I started painting the ceiling, and now my ceiling's two different colors. So now I have to
Mm,
paint the whole ceiling, and now I'm like, well, I'm
yes.
not gonna paint the whole ceiling. I might as well paint the whole bathroom. So
Yeah.
now
Now,
I've
there's a
spiraled
thing.
into a
Ceiling paint.
bathroom renovation.
Yeah, make sure you get the ceiling paint too because it's a little bit thicker and it doesn't drip down and you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Mm,
So I got to pick out a fresh color for the bathroom and,
okay.
then, go through the steps and prep and all that shit and paint the whole bathroom. I think I'm leaning towards like a slate blue, like grayish blue kind of,
Ooh,
you
Well, that's
know,
okay.
something that's
wow.
something
Well,
I got some silver, I got some brushed silver um, towel racks and I'm putting up the curved shower curtain and shit, shower rod, um,
yeah.
but and then my dad he called me yesterday. I thought he was already back on the road. He was like, "What are you doing tomorrow?" I was like, "Oh, I don't know. What's up?" He was like, "I need you to come help me move this marble sink." Um,
Ooh.
so yeah, decided the good side effect is that I get to hang out with my dad before he gets out of town. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
when your dad is a contractor, he's probably gonna put you to work, um, carrying some shit or taking him to Home Depot or whatever the fuck. But it's cool because I get to hang out with my pops. But other than
Nah,
that,
that's a good.
just the
Nah,
usual work. I got some sleep
mm,
this week. I think I got something in my eyeballs today. Fucking eyes is like itchy as fuck. I think it might be
mm.
allergies. It could be anything, but I'm gonna take an allergy pill after the podcast because it's just making me kind of drowsy.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
Yeah,
other than that,
yeah.
man,
Take a
just a regulation week here in the great state of Michigan. You
right?
know, uh, I watched. Hey, somebody was it you? One of y'all sent me the clips of Ray J getting knocked out. That shit is going all over the
That
internet,
was it
I
me or
sent
was
it to you this morning. Oh
yeah,
man.
wait,
that was yeah,
I
that was
was
those,
like,
yeah, those
I was
yeah,
yeah.
like,
this
why is
morning.
Ray J? Like, so I turned on the video. I'm like, man, Ray J's out of shape. And then who's this other dude he's fighting? And this is not an MMA ring. Why these dudes ain't got no shoes on? Oh shit! Ray J just got his fucking block knocked off. And then I found out there was more fights. Johnny Manziel was fighting that night.
What's
Uh,
it really? Oh,
yeah, Johnny Manziel and
Uh,
there was a couple. It was like a whole celebrity fight night. Oh, Lance Stevens fought fought Michael Beasley, choked him out.
Lance Stevenson.
Yeah, he fought Michael Beasley and choked him out. Looked like he was whispering in his ear the whole time.
Nah, because they got that big three, Ice Cube's big three beef too
Yeah,
going
they got
on.
in the ring
Low key.
and mixed it up a little bit.
Oh man, this is a battle of the B sides.
I don't know, man, but I like seeing celebrities get in the ring and beat each other up, dog. Because you can't act like it's all like always
Mm-mm.
love in the entertainment industry. Motherfuckers don't really like each other like that, and so like the fact that they're getting in the ring instead of like shooting each other in the face is cool. Like I feel like everybody's just settled. Like if I got beef with you, let's put the gloves on. You know what I mean? Step into the ring, put in like 20
Yeah,
rounds, and then call it a day, man. Like go get a brew afterwards.
for me it was Ray J's post game,
Oh, I
his
didn't even
post
see the
fight.
post.
Oh, nah, he was talking some wild shit. Like, nah, man, like that's kind of fucked up though. Like, so the dude was like, say what you're gonna say. So basically, I guess that fight was supposed to be rigged, but Ray J was like, I can't say nothing because you get a lot of people in trouble, you know. But it's like, yeah, dude, sometimes it's like I hate you, and you deserve to get punched in the face, and you get clocked.
Hey, he
You
put that
know?
dude on skates.
Nah, I'm just glad he didn't go out like Zab Judah.
Man,
You know what I mean? Like try to get up and try to play tough and then zigzag like Don Flamingo and back into the corner. He got up and he like took a knee. You know, just take your L and move on. Don't be like Drake because I know we got to pivot to the
Of course. Nice pivot. Very good. Very good. Well,
just take the L and move on. Like so I know Daryl wanted to do the review of Drake's album or albums. I've already went through them. I've said, and I'll keep it very short and punchy. I just don't like the fact that, all right, in the Hard Part 6, during that whole battle with Kendrick, he was basically waving the white flag, saying, all right, you know, it was a good exercise. All right, my nigga, let's move on. You know, let's make this money. Blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. Bet. It's over. Then came the lawsuit. Now comes this album where basically, well, I've said it to myself, and I've now starting to see people say it. Drake used to rap about breaking girls' hearts. Now he's rapping about dudes breaking his heart. So it's like, yo, this shit's weird.
yes.
Like, and he's like dissing people. How you keep fighting a fight when you're suing about a fight that you started? Then you said, all right, it's over. Then you, come on, man, let's move the fuck on. And it's the same whiny, it's draggy. It seems like a bunch of throwaways. Like on all of them together, I think there's probably two songs that I think are decent. I can see like club songs or strip club songs or ringtones or reels. Other than that, I ain't really fucking with it like that. And it's not even have nothing to do with Kendrick. It's just him as an artist. It's not for me. It's not for me.
Can I
No.
piggyback off of that, Daryl? I mean, can I
yeah,
piggyback?
man, P, you part of the show now, man. You ain't a guest no more, man. Pop in, dog.
And no, I
Mm.
try to, so I don't have as much input as Dabu, but I wanted to piggyback off of the exact thing as an artist, and I'm prefacing this as an artist, performer, whatever. I'm like, okay, he can do something that I cannot, so I will say that because I do like Kendrick. Um, I wasn't able to do, and I tried, I really tried to be open and listen to one of the albums, and I got through the first and then maybe the second track, and then I had to stop. And so I couldn't do it because I just felt everything that you expressed as far as I didn't even get to hear the whole thing, but just seeing it, just hearing it, I just was like, I couldn't get as far as I wanted to provide that much of a review. And I'll just say that, you know how people say, oh, I watched something and I want that time back. Okay, well, in this instance, the streaming service where the bits are transferred, I want those back now. I want my Spotify. I want the bits back. I want them back.
Hold
I
back my bits.
I want the
Give
bits.
it back my bits.
I want them back.
It's
I
my
want
bits and I want them now.
I want them back. I couldn't. So I tried, but I just couldn't. So I had to start this review a little bit because I tried. So
Yeah. So basically, you're punting. You're punting. You're like,
You gave it a valiant effort, man.
I did. I
Uh,
did. I want the bits back, but I tried.
and it was extra hard for me because I was working on a mix. So I'm like, all right, you know what? Let me see if there's some like redeemable qualities. You know, let me see if there's something that I could possibly use. Like, nah, I don't want to use none of this. I'm like, yo, I kind of felt like you. I'm like, yo, man, I'm really wasting my fucking time. Like, I guess I know about it, but no. All right, Daryl. How do you feel about it, though?
I already,
Because you work in a strip club. You work in a strip club,
I
so
posted mine on Facebook. Like right when the album came out, I listened to Iceman first, and then it just felt like Sunday morning cleaning music to me, bro. There's no smashes on that shit at all. There's a couple songs that after listening to like once or twice, I was like, all right, I could probably play this. But over the 3 albums, there's probably only an album worth of hits, and there's no smash, there's no summer song. You know what I mean? Like, there's no like. I mean, for me, there's no summer song. I'm sure there's a Drake stan out there, Brian Bradley,
I
who
can't
got
explain
who got a
how
got a whole list of Drake summer smashes off these albums. I don't like singing ass Drake. I do like rapping ass Drake. And then there's this, but there's 3 Drakes, right? There's singing ass Drake, there's rapping ass Drake, and then there's like talk rapping Drake. You know what I mean? Where he just be talking over shit. But then like
Oh,
he
he
was like,
sings it.
and he tried to diss everybody on Fluffy Beats, and I don't think you can have a diss track on Fluffy Beats. Aside from the fact that every single one of his tracks, the beat changed halfway through, almost all of them. But there's a couple of them that I play in the club, and it's probably like one very good album amongst the 3. If you pull songs off each record, there's a lot of filler, man. Like, I feel like Drake just mailed it in. I heard that he was just trying to get out of his deal.
Yeah.
So he just threw out like he was like, "Yo, how many songs I got in the vault?" And they were like 30, and he was like, 3 records, let's go, and just kind of slapped them shits together. Because Drake's writers are better than that, and like I said, I like Drake. For me, is like, I'm gonna make a sports comparison here. Drake for me is like Klay Thompson, like very solid. You know what I mean? He got a couple Grammys. He made it to the he made it to the top of the level, but ain't nobody really like. And he got a lot of fans and shit. Maybe Klay Thompson's not the right, but I didn't want to compare him to Shaq or like somebody who's actually like legendary, because I don't think Drake. But I also do feel like Drake could be legendary in a way, just because of like, but he's like tarnishing his like. He's kind of tarnishing his shit right now with all these like weird lawsuits and like this is like 3 years ago, bro, or 2 years ago, and you still like, he could have just dropped 3 albums of like new music without any disses, and them shits probably would have fucking cracked, dog. But like, because he's like when you like held up over your ex, and like every time you talk to somebody, you gotta bring her up.
That's
And
it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Was y'all together like 4 years ago? And they're like, he's like, yeah, man, but that should still be making me mad, dog. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, sometimes you just gotta let that shit go. And not to say that you gotta forget, because if somebody do you dirty, then you can't. But I mean, come on, man. Like, it's almost like the Angel Reese of it all. Like, but Drake is way better than. Nah, I can't even compare that. That's disrespectful.
No.
That's disrespectful to Drake. But
because my thing is, I'm like, yo, dude, you're tripping over shit that you said you passed. So you're tripping over shit that you passed already.
yeah,
So like,
it's very toxic.
on, man.
It's very toxic,
Yeah,
Drake.
And again, he went from rapping about breaking girls' hearts to rapping about dudes breaking his hearts. Like, oh man, I thought we was boys. Like, come on, man, just move the fuck on. But you see, this is what happens in the industry, though. If you're around long enough, it's gonna get to a point where you become whack, or like the shine is a little bit dull. Like the brass isn't shining as much.
Only that's true, because there's plenty of examples of artists who've been around a long time and are still dropping heat.
No, but Nas he had that period where people wasn't really feeling Nas, even though he was putting out music. People wasn't really feeling him. Like Styles P is still putting out music, but people aren't really tapping into Styles P anymore like that.
Yeah, but I don't think
like
Styles is the Klay Thompson of the locks, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because everybody's looking for Jada, and Jada's still
he's more Draymond. He's the roughneck Draymond.
Jada's still putting out heat, and I love Styles. Styles, I think, is the grimier MC. Like, I listen to a Styles album more than I listen to a Jadakiss album, but Jadakiss is like
And I'm a Chic Luch guy. Because Chic's been putting out music too. But the thing is, what I'm saying is there's a part in your you could still be putting out music, but people might not be checking for you like that. Big Daddy Kane is still putting out music. Like him and Max B got something going on, or Max B got something going on with Big Daddy Kane, I should say. But either way, like, yeah, he's been putting out music, because Big Daddy Kane had an album with a live band, but nobody really tapped into it. But
right,
yeah.
but
this gets on point.
I mean, but what I'm saying is like there's guys that have been in the game as long or longer than Drake that's still putting out heat. But you're right. There's always like the
That,
mail-in album. Like Jay-Z had that 30 album or whatever that album was.
ebbs and flows. There are ebbs and flows in it all, you know. And
That's gonna happen when you have a lengthy catalog. You know what I mean? But
yes,
like you can also like still put out like I hate when artists put out like throwaway records, man. Like sometimes you're just supposed to leave those shits in the vault, dog. Like, but if he, like I said, if he was trying to get out of a deal, then I get it. But like, if he was like, if he's actively like, I'm putting out fresh product, and the whole like Michael Jackson glove thing is disrespectful to me. But you know what I mean? And like I feel like you don't get to wear the Michael Jackson gloves, bro. Just because you own them, don't mean you get to put them on. I guess, in my opinion, that's blasphemous because he don't even dance, and he. And you know what I mean, and he's not that great. He's not a great entertainer. So, I mean, I think he feels like he is. I guess to himself.
He's entertaining to the stands, but you know, it's like for me, we're older. We're older. We have different standards. We have different standards being older.
We should have
so
Brian
like
today and talk about his love for Drake because he's walking around wearing the glove and he's driving around to Drake right now. Shout out to the letter B. He the fan, but he's definitely a Drake fan and he don't really care. He loves Drake. Like he
everybody got their player. Everybody got their person. Some people love LeBron. Some people love Kobe. Some people love Jordan. Like some people like me, I have a more deeper appreciation for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's just different strokes for different folks. So it's like with him, he had his place because a lot of his fans he actually groomed, and it's not even like in a weird way, but he's been a part of a lot of people's kids' graduations, their proms.
I was gonna say I like Drake's accessibility, man. Drake just pop up on people. And I think that's kind of cool. But and then I also saw that there was like a Drake lookalike party happening somewhere. And it was like 1,000 dudes that thought they looked like Drake. And a couple of them kind of did. But the weird lookalike parties is like different, man. But anyway, let's
like our movie of the week last week.
Yeah, we got a lot of shit going on. I just want to really quickly touch on the fact that Chris Brown got his PhD in visual arts last week.
Good for him.
Which is pretty dope. You know what I mean? Because like I like seeing like when you're that famous, sometimes you forget to go back and like get the education, or you don't really. And he never really talked about. You know what I mean? Like Chris Brown just, you know what I mean? Like he just popped up. Like, what do you mean Chris Brown got a PhD? Like when the fuck did Chris Brown got time to? As far as I know, Chris Brown stayed on tour for the last 5 years. You know what I mean?
But he could have been having a tutor.
Yeah, but which is it's pretty dope. So shout out to Chris Brown. You know what I mean?
You know what though? On that same note, shout out to producer Ninth Wonder because he graduated as well from I think it was Morehouse, and then a week later his daughter graduated from Morehouse. So
that's dope.
So shout out to people in hip hop that actually push it forward, and take the culture to a different level. Because I think the Jizzle was the genius from Wu-Tang. I swear he was talking at some of these schools, but a lot of rappers like Nas and them, they're doing
a professor
and curriculum built around hip hop or parts of their lyrics. So shout out to hip hop and the culture. That's the part that I love. That is the part that I don't really see Drake a part of. But all that aside, with our movie of the week,
I think you're just hating on Canadians, bro.
I like Mike Myers. I like Mike Myers. I'm trying to think of Canadians that I really fucked with.
Half of Hollywood, man. You didn't fuck with Alex Trebek, bro?
Yeah, of course I did.
Oh, of course.
Or Ryan Reynolds.
Okay, yeah, I keep forgetting he's Canadian. Yeah,
Jim Carrey.
It's just Drake.
Alanis Morissette.
It's not Canadians. He just so happens to be Canadian.
So you take Chocolate over Drake?
So what's the movie of the week?
There you have it. Chocolate over Drake. What happened to that dude? But anyway,
surprised you didn't say Snow. Because he's from Canada. And
I was getting there. I was running down my Canadian rappers that I can remember, and I was trying to also not slip up and put what's his name in there.
Yeah, now Jamaican Drake, I cannot stand. I'd rather snow. I'd rather snow than Drake.
Wow, wow.
Jamaican Drake, no.
Your Drake hate is on the level of my Shaq hate. Shout out to Shaq too. Shaq just got like his 5th master's degree, and he dissed Charles Barkley at the same time.
I hate Charles Barkley. O'Neal.
Wait, he got his
I hate Charles.
masters?
He got
In
like his
what?
4th or 5th master's degree, and then the lady introduced him as Shaquille. I hate Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley.
O'Neal.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love like when friendly beef goes like everywhere, dog. Like, cause they obviously get along enough to get money together and shit. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's like it feels like big brother, little brother, but Shaq is the little brother because Charles Barkley is like 70 years old.
Oh
and,
yeah.
It's just cool to see like that type of cover. That's the type of shit I would do.
Now the Family Feud. Did you see the Family Feud clip with Shaq talking about? So I guess he was asked the final question, and I think Steve Harvey asked him like, name something that rhymes with. I think it was. I forgot to paraphrase. It was like chicken or something that was scared, and Shaq just said Charles Barkley, and everyone just lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, trolling at a high level trolling. But anyway, let's get into this movie of the week before we get out of here. I know we got hard outs from our superstars this week.
Oh yeah.
You know, Pete's got to go torture some people, and
And I gotta go service some date party drinkers.
but movie of the week this week, The Fifth Element. You know what I mean?
Yes.
One of my low key favorite films, man. Like the cast is crazy good. Young Luke Perry.
Yes.
R.I.P. to Luke Perry. I forgot he was in it till the shit came on.
Me too.
Yeah.
What is he doing in this movie?
Chris Tucker, a youngish type. Damn, I can't think of his name right now. Bruce Willis. There's a little bit of comedic relief, but like a cool ass story, man. Like it was in 1997, so the effects are the effects.
Yes, yeah.
I've been trying to watch like effects driven movies from the 90s and shit, and like not be mad at, because like at the time that shit was crazy, but then when you watch it now on like a good TV.
Yes.
This is not crazy. Cool story. They definitely for the time period it's cool to watch. I can't think of what's her name there. Mila Jovovich does a great job. I mean, she's basically wearing like vinyl duct tape for the whole fucking shit, but nobody's mad at that.
She was young too in that movie. She was very young.
She was super young. Gary Oldman. I mean, the cast is crazy. What's his name there? Brian James, Luke Perry. There was somebody else I saw. I got the cast up, and I was like, oh shit, he was in that shit too.
I was thinking about the captain. The stupid guy.
Zeus as the president.
Yes, that was great. That was great.
That guy too.
Shout out to Debo.
You gonna send somebody out to negotiate?
Tiny Lister and shit. He did a terrible job. The acting is trash.
Yes, it was.
But, it's one of those movies that when it's on TV or some shit, like I'll pop in and watch it. And I was like, damn, The Fifth Element is pretty dope film to check out. So I'm gonna give this a solid, for the hokiness, I gotta take some points off. Chris Tucker looking like a snork in this bitch with the hairdo.
Oh gosh, I cannot see it.
I gotta take out some points for that, but I'm gonna give it a 3.875.
You can't put that on my abacus.
Yeah, you can.
You can't put on your abacus. What?
Actually, I almost bought an abacus the other day too for $1.
Really?
I was like, I was like, I don't need that.
You should. You know what? I'm gonna look for one. I'm gonna look for one now. just because.
But wait, what's the actual number again, Darryl? Let's see if you remember it, Pete.
3.875.
Yes.
Okay, good point.
Come
I'm
on, man.
not
You
even
don't
trying to.
be willy-nilly with my ratings, man.
I know. I'm just just checking you as a friend, just to make sure that you remember what the numbers are. So that's why I try to low key interrupt you, but then go back to it to see if you remember what the patterns are. So
You trying to sabotage me,
just keep.
dog?
No, I'm just keeping you honest. As a friend, I got to keep you honest. It starts at home, Daryl. It starts at home first.
That good.
Pete,
That
what you
was
think? What
good.
you think of the Fifth Element, Pete?
Well, I can't unsee the snork reference now that you said that. That was crazy.
Oh,
That was so crazy. Because he's absolutely right. No, seeing Chris Tucker was just hilarious. And I keep forgetting how young Mila was in that movie. Like she was like 20 or something like that. Like she was really young. Gary Oldman, great actor, and like you said, yeah, I totally forgot that Luke Perry was in the movie until I saw the credits and was like, what are you doing in this? Bruce Willis. I mean, it's Bruce Willis. You can't, The story was interesting. I did like how they played on the elements and the Fifth Element. I did like that little layer of that, and I liked the overall message they were trying to push with the film, even though the acting was, I don't think it
Basura.
was, yeah. Just that, that altruistic, hey, love one another, and we can all get along, and there's nothing greater than love and everything like that. So it was a nice little layer that they put in there and such. And so you gave it a 3.875. I definitely think the snork reference really took a point off. So I'm gonna probably say, because of the time, the snorks, I'll go with like 3.750.
Yeah, Pete. Welcome to the club. Yeah.
first off, I'm feeling attacked for giving solid numbers.
Come on, we got too many movies now. You got to start making a separation, man. Maybe you don't go 3 decimal points, but we'll work our way there.
So working backwards with some of the things that you guys were saying, because you had a choice between this movie and another movie, and we decided to go with this one. And I was like, you know what, low key, I'm kind of glad, because the other one has already been done. It's an old hat. So we didn't go with the Matrix. We went with this one. The graphics were kind of bad, but it was the time. It was that other one that before the Matrix that he was in, Johnny Mnemonic or
Yeah.
whatever it was.
Yes.
Those graphics were horrible. So it wasn't that bad graphic wise, but with Gary Oldman, horrible accent, kept throwing me off. I'm like, yo, what's the thing with some of these movies where they have a solid actor and they have to make them have this weird ass accent? Like, is it Southern? Is it Western? What are we doing here? It was just a weird mix of a bag of cats for me. But watching the movie though, even when it comes to like Chris Tucker and the whole Corbin thing, I'm not even gonna go that route, because it could get kind of piercing at times. But the thing that made it easier for me to watch it this time around is because early in the week I've been watching some anime. And anime, they have a way of over exaggerating things. And so watching Chris Tucker, for me in this movie, I looked at him as like an anime character. And I was like, yo, he actually did a dope ass job. When I started to look at it in that context, I was like, yo, this is a dope ass job, because it's tough doing an anime character in live action. I don't know if that was the route he was going for, but that's the way that I viewed it. But the movie, it fit in a sense where the storyline was nice. Everybody was trying to get the stones. Everybody tried to get the stones, so that was kind of relatable for me. Hold on. Yeah, I'm still doing the thing. I'm on the podcast. I know. I see the message. Yeah, yeah.
Live podcasting at its finest, right there.
Yeah, no, my father. Yeah, my father. But getting back to the movie, the story was nice. The execution, even with like things that threw me off with Debo, and then the captain, we're gonna send somebody in to negotiate. I forgot what movie he was in, but he was always that stupid character.
Yeah,
He's just tripping me out. So to keep it punchy, Bruce Willis, Homegirl, she was in like every action movie back in that time. I forgot the other character that she had, where she was a solo one. But
Resident Evil.
she was a
Resident Evil. Yeah, Resident Evil
Resident
was.
Evil. Yeah. Yeah, so she was like the go-to action female at that time. But this movie for me, I'll give it a solid 3.5. That's it. Zero. Zero.
Yeah.
Mind you, that's all it's ever going to be is point number 00.
Come on,
So
man.
that way,
You'll get there with us, man. You'll get there with us.
listen, I'm far too old for peer pressure. Come on, man, take another drink. No, man, I got work in the morning. I'm straight. Like I'm good. Come on, man, don't be a pussy. I'd rather be a pussy than an asshole.
I suppose. Hey, but look, we up against it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thanks again. Yo, Pete, welcome to the motherfucking podcast as the official third host, bro. Like, it's gonna be good. You know what I mean? Feel free to talk more going forward.
I mean, yeah, I will. I will do my, the topics. Some of the topics I just feel like.
Matter of fact, Pete, you got the next movie, so think of a movie that we gotta watch.
All right.
Yeah, Pete's in the rotation now, so Pete will be choosing movies. Yeah, we rotate the movie picks, man. So like Daoud, then me, then now you.
So is next week The Matrix?
It's your pick.
It's
bro.
whatever movie you
Oh,
want.
I was so excited about that. I was excited about that. I think we should still stick with that.
Well, I mean, if that's your movie pick, then that's your movie pick. But you got a couple days to figure out what movies we go.
Usually Wednesday is the cutoff.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
I'll think about it.
Pete's gonna have a movie for us by Wednesday. We're gonna watch. It's gonna be. I'm interested to see Pete's movie taste. You know, like we know Daoud is coming with the 70s exploitation. You know what I mean? Mid-budget, low-key bangers. You know what I mean? I'm coming with a more modern, cerebral situation, action and shit. We'll see where Pete got better. It's a kung fu flick.
Oh jeez.
Nah, I already have an idea what Pete might go with, but I'm not.
Pete's gonna hit us with rom-coms.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Nah, I don't think Pete's on that rom-com time.
I got a couple rom-coms. I got a couple rom-coms on my list right now, boy.
Actually, there is one that I can definitely say that I did like. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I watched it and I was like, all right, I did like this one. So,
which one was it?
Huh?
Tell us.
I won't say. I'll commit to it by Wednesday.
I gotta know what the rom-com is now, Pete. Man, you're killing us, man. You can't just give us. You gotta tell us, man. Let us into the secret world.
You gotta keep the intrigue.
It's blank, man. It's blank, like a slate. It's blank.
Pete,
you gotta have a cliffhanger for next week, so give people something to tune into for next week.
Hey, you know what? Shout out to I watched that before we get out of here. I watched that show Nemesis on Netflix, and that shit was all right, but it ended trash. So,
you're like the third person telling me about that show
for extra seasons, but it was pretty well done overall, man. And I'm not a huge fan of like they stole a lot of shit from a lot of good movies, so it kind of like made it worth watching. But go check it out for yourself and see what you think about it. Make sure you hit the QR code in the top corner here. Hit that like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell. We got to get our subscribers up so we can fucking do this shit. I'm trying to go to Comic-Con as press. So
that'd be dope. That would be dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a whole nother adventure that I'm on right now. But anyway, make sure you check us out every week, man. We here every Sunday, and we'll holler at y'all next time. Chill.
Peace.